Okay. Hey there, Corkixon. Man, this game can look really beautiful sometimes. Alright, let's just go to the mission.
Hey, baby. You thought you'd dump me, huh? I knew you'd be back for some more orange lovin'. Get a good look. It's the last time you get to see it.
Ashlyn, what are you doing?
Jack, it's good to see you.
Listen, Toots. You left us in the desert, so talk to the tail. Cause the whiskers ain't listening. We out.
That beacon you gave me. Thanks.
I knew Damus would find you. He doesn't miss much in this desert.
How do you know him?
It doesn't matter now.
Did I touch on this? Just something to do with Ashlyn and Damus is past, I guess.
Jack, I need you to come back to the city. We're losing the fight. Vigor is drunk on power and he's taken command.
Oh wait, so he's taken. Wait, he's taken command at this point in the story. Is Ashlyn not in command? Hey there, Joel.
He doesn't understand what he's up against. I need you.
I don't know. This game's weird. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I really should be studying, but I'm really tired and I wanted to play Jack 3, so
They've got us surrounded.
man, cool.
Kira wanted me to give you this. Jack, you're
I don't know. I don't know if there's much to talk about in this cutscene.
friends need you. I need you.
The city threw me out, remember? They can rot for all I care.
But what about your...
Get it! Just leave. I have new friends now.
So the hero I knew did die in the desert. Or was it long before that? Don't you remember who you are?
I just had a fucking cool idea. Hold on, hold on. Okay.
I'm through saving the world.
Yeah, I haven't really been collecting any orbs, so I don't have whatever. I won't be able to get the cheat, but I do have a Zoomy jet board. My car is somewhere. Man, now this is just like a long stretch of like nothing but gameplay. So there's not going to be a lot to talk about. Kingdom Hearts 2.0. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That's a wacky game. If Kira should honestly be there in that cutscene, to be honest, it's annoying that she's not on Obligation 3. Well, I'm not sure how much you've been hanging around, but me and some friends are currently in the process of rewriting 3, which we're going to mod into Open Goal. I literally just had the idea, wait, no, I really like this cutscene, like Jack's reaction and everything, but hold on, let's replace that with Kira and have it fit in our version of the story. And I think it'll work really well, because we were going to give Kira like a huge role in 3 anyway. So should I just get these? Should I get some orbs? What am I going to use them for? I don't need any like upgrades. Why is this song playing? This song doesn't usually play. Does it? This is like the, Hey Deity. This is like the Darkmakers invading the Monk Temple song. Oh, weird. It only plays when I'm out there. That's really weird. Deity, I just talked about it. I don't know if you heard. I love how I can just fire 2 bullets. Boom, they're dead. The cutscene with Ashlyn where like she comes and like, you know, like pleads with Jack to come back to the city and he's all hurt, so like he reacts the way he does. I really like that cutscene. But it's stupid because like Ashlyn and everything. So I think like at the point in our version where Kira does come to the wasteland, it should be like Kira asking Jack a similar thing, like, hey, I found you, come on, let's go back so we can save the city sort of thing. And Jack's like, no, fuck those guys. And Kira's like, well, okay, how about I'm not gonna fucking go anywhere until you come back with me. And he's like, no, you can't, it's dangerous out here, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, fuck you, I'm gonna do it until you fucking stop being a crybaby and come and help your friends, sort of thing.
Now we're getting somewhere.
That's the ticket.
Anyway, that was my idea. I had watching that cutscene. I've been here for streams. Awesome. Oh, what you can do. Okay, cool. Yeah. It's just hard for me to keep track of a lot of names, so I'm not sure who's like here during certain streams or who's here regularly. So. Oh, smoke. Damn it. Oh, great. Now my stream is just fucking lagging. That's okay. Okay. This game makes me want to play Jack and Daxter Collection again. Do it! And like the stream while you're at it.
Again, great warrior, but sadly your coming may be too late. You will soon meet the seed of our downfall. It approaches quickly, and I fear we no longer have the power to resist. Behold the pure power of light.
This cutscene's fine, it's just good foreshadowing.
What little we have in this dire moment.
That cutscene's actually pretty good, like the writing there. You know, it's ominous enough, but like it makes sense. Like given the broader context of the story and everything. Yeah, sorry about the lag, everyone. I did go over last stream, and it seems like everything like made it out fine. Like the VOD is fine, so it's probably just gonna like. I don't mean to be like callous or whatever, but like, it's probably gonna like buffer in real time, so like it's gonna be a pain to like watch the stream live, I guess, probably. But as long as like no information is lost, like there's no like gaps where there's like it's just like gone, I think it's okay. At least that's my hope. I didn't rewatch the entire stream, but it mostly seemed okay. Well, YouTube's saying it's healthy now despite OBS saying otherwise, so who fucking knows? Never mind. Whoa! Now I'll do it properly. What? Mission failed? I've never gotten that in a... That's weird. Is that gonna do it here? No, that's weird. Wait, yeah. Splat. What the... Wait, that's super weird. What? Why did that happen? And you know what? It doesn't want me to go on those things. Oh, fuck, hold on. No, fucking... Oh, I'm so bad. Yeah, just straight up won't let me go over there. That's funny. Alright, whatever, I'm done playing around. Responses show up slower. Yeah. I do have ultra low latency on, so... But yeah, like, my stream... Look, I'm just lagging a lot. Holy I'm just, like, consistently in the 500 kilobytes. This is ridiculous. Should I plug it into the Ethernet? Couldn't hurt. Well, it could, but we'll see. It's not even reading that I fucking plugged it into the Ethernet. Unidentified network. This is bullshit. It seems okay. Ish. Hey there, Mike. Did you hear rumors about the live-action Jack Naxton movie? They're saying that Jack will be played by Tom Holland. Meanwhile, Chris Pratt played Dax. So I hope it's fake. Yeah, I am pretty suspicious of it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like we haven't had any actual like proper updates since it was like announced, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. Like Chris Pratt as Daxter just sounds like a meme. So like, is my internet going to actually work this time? Apparently not. Chris Pratt being Daxter just sounds like a meme, so it just feels like bullshit instinctively. So I'm not going to believe it until something official is announced. So I'm not too bothered by it because I don't think it's real.
It looks just like the catacombs we saw in Haven City. But where do they go?
Which is really weird. You say that, Jack, because when we see the catacombs in the opening cutscene, it looks nothing like this. I mean, you're not wrong, because this is what they're like. They said that about the Mario movie. Yeah, but with the Mario movie, it was Nintendo announcing that. This is just like a tweet.
There you are.
When the fuck did you get here?
I'm so squawking happy I found you.
Look, Jack got his.
Jason Rubin and Andy Gatterman writing the screenplay is definitely fake. Yeah, Jason Rubin tweeted, I'm definitely not writing this. Even Luminar said it probably wasn't even written by a human, which what news articles are anymore?
Deal back, and it opens doors.
Oh yeah, the Seal of Ma. Oh, fuck. Are we gonna do anything with this? Probably should. Probably just like something in the Monk Temple.
Onan says we must get back to Haven City.
How did you speak with Onan?
She says the catacombs are the key to the planet's very survival.
You boys up for a little ride?
Alright. I guess Pekka will just fly? Sure. Let's go. Do you think there's any oxygen down here? In like the gaps of the planet? Because it's a hollow earth.
You show promise, but your bravery.
Do you notice how this guy? You know, it's really weird, isn't it? We don't see like anything like ethereal precursor or whatever until the very end of Jak 2 when it comes out of the precursor stone. And then this guy just unceremoniously shows up looking exactly the same. So weird. But aside from that, his voice has like a filter on it. It's like the same voice as the oracles that we talked with in the Monk Temple, but this one has like a filter on it.
Will not protect you from the foes you must soon face. You
Yeah, and look at Pekka, who's like, what the fuck?
use light power to help in your quest. It is what little we have left to offer.
I also love how we just got a light power. Like, just a moment ago. Fuck's sake. I love this cutscene. It's like so fucking dumb. Also, damn, we got these precursor robot looking motherfuckers. Damn it. I've been getting that consistent lately, that hover there. Can my stream, like, function, please? That'd be really nice. Wonder if that'll do anything. Probably not. So what's with the taking notes on how to fix it part of the title? And is this the last part? No, this is only part 2. We're not even out of Act 1 yet. Me and some friends are rewriting Jak 3 so we can mod it into open goal. Like, completely remake the game, essentially. So I'm just taking notes about potential ideas I have while going through this, and also, like, all the fucking plot holes and weird plot shit that Jak 3 just has. Because I've never gone through the game with a fine-tooth comb like this and, like, taken notes and shit. It's always just, what the fuck? Why? Gonna be tough to respond because of the lag. Yeah, it is. I hate this so much. Whatever.
It looks like some kind of old eco mine. When Mar built Haven City, he must have carved out these old caves to get at the eco power.
I like how Jak just knows this. You know, like, nothing about these, like, rock walls screams eco mine. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of, like, glowy shit on the rocks they could have added to make it more obvious. I don't know. I like the concept of this level. I'd like to keep something like this. Like, this whole sequence of missions getting back into Haven City is really sick, and I'd like to do something, like, akin to it. Not like necessarily these exact missions, but...
Sheesh, that Mar guy must have never slept much.
I'm going ahead to tell Onan we're back. Watch your tail feathers, Jak. This is a spooky place.
I do quite like the music in this level. You know, that's something I need to think about. What kind of musical identity we want for Jak 3. Like, what kind of music is, like, desert music that doesn't just sound Middle Eastern, you know? Also, we're getting rid of these fucking bat enemies. They suck. Like, I don't know why Jak 3 added so many flying enemies. Like, the game is just not... Like, Jak's combat system is just not built for flying enemies. Well, I mean, they made it so in Jak 3, all these fucking overpowered weapons. Not a fan of Jak 3's story. I'm not a fan of Jak 3. Like, no, don't get me wrong. I love this game, but, like, it is a broken mess. Just, yeah, lots of issues. So we're just completely remaking it, pretty much. Like, almost from the ground up. Like, we're keeping some elements, but most disappointing thing here is you can't come back to the area again. There's a lot of areas like that in 3. Like, this is like the most obvious one. spent too much time trying to glitch my way back into this level. I know you can glitch your way back into the level we just did with the subrail. Doesn't work properly, but you can get there. Someone DM'd me on Reddit? Okay. Probably a bot. Flying death bots are worse. Yeah, yeah. Kaias? What, the band? Have that be the musical identity? For Jak 3? Sure. Fucking actually, let's have some fucking sludge metal. That'd be sick. Watch, I'll just try and kill these two, and I'll end up killing everything else in the room. Pretty much. Jak 3 is the most flawed game of the trilogy. I'm looking forward to see what you and company will do over the next few years. Yep, me too. I'm really excited for it. Because Jak 1 and 2 are just, like, perfect. Like, it's just, like, really good. And Jak 3 is just, like, it doesn't even know what it wants to do. Like, as soon as you get to Haven City, it's just, oh, it's just boring. This is one of my favorite levels to speedrun, though. It's really fun. Jak 3 is actually my favorite, though I do see the issues. Yeah, you know, it's understandable, but it's just... You know, you play these games like a million times over, and it's like, man, I can find myself really going back to play through 1 and 2. 3, not so much. Like, there's like a fuck ton to love about 3. It's just, on the whole... It's a lot weaker compared to 1 and 2. Nowhere near as consistent. I've been looking forward to Jak 3 Remake. Used to be my #1 favorite Jak game. When I replayed it, I noticed how flawed it is with the story. It's very consistent in comparison. Yeah, yeah. And Jak 2's story, it's like, you know, it has like so many moving parts, but like everything like fits together well. Everything works, you know? Jak 3 is like a billion moving parts and none of them work. None of them really fit together. It's all just so disparate. But don't get me wrong, like, we're going to be, like, doing mods for Jak 1 and 2 first, and then doing our 3. It's just the ones we're doing for 1 and 2 are nowhere near the extent that we're planning for 3. Josh Mansell's score for this game, I actually think is quite nice. It feels more organic than 2, with its grandiose and epic feel to it, like recurring leitmotifs and themes to express the story. I like this game's soundtrack as well. It's just like a lot of it is so heavily tied to Haven City and like the death bots. Both, like, we're cutting the death bots entirely and drastically reducing Haven City's role in the game. So we've got to, like, yeah. I realize that more doesn't equal better. Yeah, yeah. I'm also looking forward to how we implement Jak's armor, because I do want to keep all the armor pieces. Just finding them here feels really weird. Gotta admit the Darkmaker finales. Oh yeah, I love the Darkmaker finale. Well, look, I don't think the boss fight is very fun. The spectacle is great, but the ideas we have for it are like fucking ooh. Ooh. Jack 3 feels like Spyro 3, where the team throws all their remaining ideas together, hoping for the best. Yeah, and it's, well, like, Jack 3 was, like, the most rushed out of the trilogy. It had, like, the least development time, which is why, like, you know, they reuse Haven City so heavily instead of really committing to their desert idea. They didn't have time to make, like, a properly considered sequel, right? So, like, they just kind of threw a bunch of shit together. It's like, alright, cool. Plus, like, it's probably also a case of, like, the team getting bored and wanting to just try out new things in this gameplay engine, in this like, sandbox of tools and shit. So they're just... And it's also, like, another thing, like, Haven City in this game just sucks. Like, as soon as you get there, it gets less fun. Like, all the missions are so linear. The story gets really boring and uneventful. And, like, all the missions are just mini-games, you know? Like, we get one combat mission when we get back. Like the bot invasion, and then it's a missile, and then an admittedly kind of cool mission in the industrial section where you gotta destroy those things, and the camera angle is really cool and changes and stuff. Then just a gun course, which is reused from 2. And then we got the sewers, and then like we got a couple like decent missions with the sewers and fucking the metalhead side of the city, which doesn't really make much sense. But then, like, there's just so many. Like, there's the top-down mission, like the top-down shooter, the spider bot, the fucking Pack Daxter. It's like, ugh, it's just so much. You notice how the Eco Mine theme has hits on Jack 2's Haven City theme? That has to be an intentional choice. I haven't noticed that. I might look more into that, actually. I've been thinking lately about making a new version of Precursor Legacy with the original idea and individual levels from the world map and the design bible. I think Precursor Legacy is, like, perfect as is, if I'm being honest. What we're doing with Jack 1 is we're adding the Stilt Village hub and like 4 new levels. Some of those are like cut levels from like the design bible, but we're doing it like our own way. We're just doing our whole, like, our own thing with it, and our own little story to go with it. So, hey, my stream's stable. Yay. Wish I had pointed that out before you got to the Eco Cart and Wasteland Run started playing. Yeah. That's okay. But like I know the song like the back of my hand. It's just I haven't really noticed any connections, so I'll have to listen to it in my own time and see if I notice anything. Okay, big cutscene time, big reveal.
The monks told me you were coming through the precursor subrail.
I really should have read my notes from last stream so I don't repeat myself. Let me just go over them real quick. Yeah, seems like Vega has been involved with the monks for a while prior. Yeah.
Interesting, aren't they? The precursors used them to build the world countless eons ago. The rail system leads deep into the planet.
Okay, the rail system was used to build the planet? What? What? Hold on. I'm assuming, like, the way I've, like, assumed what he meant by that was, like, the rail system is what the precursors use to, like, get places to, like, build the planet. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. And they lead deep into the planet.
Said the ancient ones wait to bestow unimaginable powers upon the worthy.
Okay, that seems like a religion thing where it's like, you know, like, yeah, like, they're waiting in there, like, and if you get there, they will grant you powers, and that's fine. I kind of like that. It's obviously not the purpose of the precursors being down there, but
I will save the world with that power, just as Mar did.
okay. So he's implying... he's kind of implying that Ma must have gone down there, gotten his powers from the precursors, and that's how he saved the world. Interesting.
Yeah, you've done a great job so far, letting the metalheads destroy the palace.
Oh, you couldn't be more mistaken, dear boy. We're on a time clock, Jack. That light in the sky, do you know what it is? Our nightmare has found us and the end is coming.
As usual, if you guys have any like weird things or plot points or plot holes or whatever that you notice while watching through these, let me know. Because, you know, I'm only one person.
I needed quick access to the catacombs below, so I attacked the palace myself. It will be our little secret.
Well, you're full of surprises.
And you're full of dark eco.
Okay, so the way we've got the plot set up is the palace isn't going to fall until Act 3 when we get to Haven City. I'm wondering if we should have this encounter with Vega at some point after arriving at Haven. Like, not this exact encounter, but like have, like, you know, the reveal that Vega blew up the palace. I'm just wondering when, because we still, Act 3 is going to be really packed full of stuff, like Deimos' death and everything, so... lots to think about.
Are an abomination, but I will rid the planet of this scourge soon enough. Pure light will rule the universe, and I will be the bright light that shines to every corner of the world and destroys all shadows.
Excuse me, Count Vulgar.
It's Vega.
Yeah, whatever. Isn't it kind of nice just to curl up in the shade sometimes? Just chilling it, watching the hot babes prance around in their skimpy little bikinis. You know, just how they jiggle. I get that special tingling feeling in my tail.
Enough!
Same
We
Dexter.
will stop the cleansing of the world with your demise. Behold.
Why does Vega have this prejudice against Jack as if he intentionally got pumped with Dark Eco? He's well aware he was a test subject. Maybe it's just... Well, no, like, Vega is just, like, ideologically opposed to Dark Eco. Like, it disgusts him, you know? And Jack being a product of that, regardless of if it was Jack's choosing, you know? Like, racists don't be like, oh, I know it wasn't your choice to be born black. I sympathize with you. No, they just hate them because that's what they are.
I now command the very power of the Ancient One.
Also, like, hold on a sec. How does Vega even do this? Like, it looks like the, like the little rod he has, but it, like, where did he get that from and what is it? Yeah, I don't know. Weird.
And this time, the precursors will not have mercy on you.
It's alive, Jack.
It's alive, Jack!
Like how it gives us that dark eco, as if we're going to use it. Oh yeah, those splitter enemies, cutting those. Fuck those things. Make no plot sense. Not fun to fight. Get rid of them. Should happen at some point in the story, but they'll be in the wasteland. Yeah, but we're not gonna destroy the palace until Act 3 when Jack's, like, just arriving at Haven City. Hey there, Ollie. I did kind of want to have this fight sometime in Act 2, like while we're still in the desert, so... Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Oh my god, Jack. Man, I'm fucking throwing. I love that. I love having like mid-boss cutscenes. That's so cool. This is a dope fight. I just wish it was a bit more mechanically interesting. Like, fuck these things. These things are stupid as shit. And he just like stands there and does nothing. And I also don't like the fact that he just makes these platforms. Like, what's the reason for it? I don't know. Other than that, sick boss fight. It is actually interesting how he does make those, because, like, you know, precursor robots made the planet. So, yeah. But also, where the fuck did that come from, you know?
Oh yeah! The boys are back in town!
Let's go topside and see what kind of trouble we can
What is this boss called? I think it's just Vega's robot. There's an unused track in the soundtrack I'm pretty sure went to this boss. It's just called Metalhead 1. I think Metalhead 2 was Errol's. I suspect both were cut to save memory. No, like soundtrack, like songs are usually cut because like they can't find a use for it. I know the ones you're talking about, those are dope songs. But they sound more like they fit in the desert. And they were just cut. I think they're I know for a fact there was planned to have more Metalhead presence in the Wasteland, like more Wasteland Metalhead. So I'm assuming those songs may have had something to do with that, but that stuff was cut, so who knows. But I don't know how late in development that stuff was cut, so who knows. I think they're literally called splitters. Yeah, they're called dark splitters. And you know what's stupid? The precursor robot spawns them. They spawn in the Metalhead nest and on the Dark Maker terraformer. Why? Why? It's really dumb.
This place looks as bad as my old bedroom back home.
Jack, over here.
Samos, Kira.
Ah, Samos. Still as green as the stuff between my toes.
See, Kira? I knew I could feel Jack's energy.
Ooh, Samos can feel Jack's energy. You know what? That's interesting that he can do that. How didn't he feel Jack's energy while being in prison, considering he was in the prison cell right outside where Jack was being tortured? You couldn't feel Jack's energy for that? Like, whatever.
My boy, it's good to see you again. Those passageways below the palace, they must be terribly important. The metalheads and KG robots are advancing toward them, and
Oh, you know what's interesting is that when we go to the catacombs, maybe not. Well, I was gonna say when we go to the catacombs, there aren't any KG bots advancing towards it, but we've already destroyed the war factory by that point, so I guess that makes sense.
we can't hold out forever.
So the city needs me again, huh? What else is new?
Vega has turned on the force fields here.
Beager's the one who attacked the palace. He said he was looking for something below. Something in the catacombs.
I like how Jack says that as if Vega didn't explain exactly what he was after.
You're just going to have to find whatever it is before he does. But first, you'll need to find another way into this section of the city. Take the sewers into the port, then find a way north to reach us. And Jack, we're sorry for what happened. We should have stopped Vega.
I'll stop him myself.
Yeah, Jack, you get him. Woo. We should probably cut light eco spawning on enemies. Oh yeah, for sure. Makes literally zero sense. Like again, I'm wanting to like radically approach forms in this game, so I don't even know if I want to like have to collect shit to turn into a form. Maybe Dark Jack. I don't know about Light Jack. Can I quote Dax's drunk monologue from the Moneybag cutscene in Jak 2? Of course I can. Who do you think you're talking to? We should have stopped Vega. How? Yeah. I don't know. I also hate the fact that we get a new weapon in the first enemies that we like get a chance to use it on are not good enemies to use it on. Like, this is like basic game design stuff. Give them a new thing, and then give them an enemy that is suitable for that thing. You know? It's just... Also, why more flying enemies? Kira not interacting with Jack is so awkward. It's so dumb. I'm so excited for how we're going to do Kira in the new version. Oh, it's going to be so good. She's going to get a fucking sick-ass new design. She's going to, like, have shit to do in the plot. She's, like, going to have lines to speak. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited. Honestly, that's probably the thing I'm most excited about. Just giving Kira something to fucking do, you know? Like, she doesn't get to... Look, she has the most... Like, the time she's most relevant in the whole series is in Jack 1. And she's, like, off to the side, like, hey, just bring me power cells. Which kind of sucks. And then in Jack 2, it's like, well, she's the mysterious racing mechanic. And then once we find out it's Kira, she doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, like, she organizes, like, the Rift Rider and everything, and that's great. But, like, you know, we don't get to see her do anything. It's just all in fucking plot background stuff. So in 3, I want to see her fucking do something, because she's great. So you're, like, going to be writing a whole new script and hiring voice actors and everything? Yeah, the whole 9 yards. We're essentially just going to be developing a game. What are we going to do when you say fix it, MAS? So we're literally, like, re-hauling the entire fucking game. Like, we've taken it down to absolute basics. What are we going to keep from this version of Jack 3? Okay, well, we're keeping the desert wasteland setting and, like, everything that comes with that. Like Spargus, Deimos, that sort of stuff. But we're going to make that... Oh, well, so we're going to keep that, and we're going to keep the Dark Makers. Those are, like, the two things that were, like, we decided from the get-go. That's what we're keeping from this version. And we've been incrementally adding things that we think can work, but retooling them in ways that will fit how we're going to approach this game. So we want to keep Vega, because he's a fucking great villain. But we've got to rehaul... like, overhaul how to approach him. We're cutting Errol because it doesn't make much sense. It's... Look, the biggest problem with Jack 3 is it doesn't really have its own identity. Like... And like, it, you know, it kind of can't, because, like, it's just... It's pulling from Jack 2 so heavily, like, so much of the game is just in Haven City. So it's like... What is Jack 3's identity? Well, it's, you know, it's the Wasteland. That's, like, what the game is kind of marketed on. It's, like, the thing that is unique to Jack 3. So why don't we just go the whole fucking... Go all the way with that idea, that setting. So we're going to, like, expand the desert, like, greatly. Make it bigger and more... Way the fuck more interesting. More to do in it. Yeah. We're still going to have Haven City in the game, but it's not going to be anywhere near close to what it is in this version, and we're going to save it until Act 3, and it's going to be... We're not going to be spending much time in it, and it's going to be a very stripped down version of Haven City. Yeah. I'll forever be mad at Jack for cheating with Ashlyn. Torn's gonna kill... It's like such a weirdly stupid thing as well. Like, you had to go out of your way to fuck it up that badly, you know? Like whose decision was this, you know? Ugh. Also, I like the stream, everyone. I'd appreciate it. I know the stream's not very good because fucking... It's lagging like fuck, but... You know, you guys like me, right? I hope. Alright, now we get to the point of the game where it's all boring fucking bleh missions, you know? Ah, well. So for Haven, will we have the whole map this time? Maybe include... No, we're going to have one section of the city. It's not going to be open world, it's going to be one area. I haven't really decided what area it's going to be. Yeah. Because like, look at this. Look at this map. Look at this map. It's one hallway. There's nowhere to explore. Like, you just start from, like, the port, and it's just one snaking hallway to get to the catacombs and the ruined section of the city. Like, that's not fun. That's not, like, an open world anymore. That's, like, why include this if it's just going to be, like, a shittier version of Jak 2's, like, good open world, you know? So we're going to have one section of Haven City, and we're going to have some kick-ass missions to do with, like, the Darkmakers invading Haven City. There's not going to be a war with the Metalheads and the KG bots in this version of the game. And the Darkmakers aren't going to come to, like, the planet until Act 3. Hey there, Martian. Yeah. It's just going to be a much cleaner plot. Not going to be as fucking busy and messy, and it's going to be fucking dope. What I miss? Not a whole lot. I wrote down some notes, but we're back in Haven City. Whoa. The stuff we're cutting. That sounds great. I really like Kira. Are you planning on removing Cyber Errol? I rather prefer Vega as primary antagonist. Oh, yeah. Look, we did try to keep Errol because Yeshwan and I, we really liked the idea of basically turning him into Virgil from Devil May Cry. Like, this rival character who's, like, you know, very similar, like, mirrors Jak. And we have some sick-ass boss fights with him. But we just couldn't justify his existence in this plot. It doesn't make any sense. Like, how the fuck did he just survive that? And, you know, what is his role in the plot gonna be aside from just like just being Jak's antagonist, you know, like his rival? Because it doesn't make any sense for him to be a fucking robot communicating. Okay, it doesn't make any sense for him to be a robot leading the Metalheads and communicating with the Darkmakers. That makes zero fucking sense. Even the game is just like, hold on a sec. This game is so fucking busted. So Jak says that whole thing where it's like, you're in for a big surprise. The Darkmakers don't play nicely with others. Just ask the Metalheads. But it's like, so Errol works with both. Okay. Why is it that the Darkmakers spawn in the Metalhead nest in this section of the city, like the west side, when we go there, like the tower? Why do Darkmakers spawn in there if they're so fucking antagonistic with each other, like the two factions? You know, like, whatever. The way Haven City was butchered in Jak 3 is like how Square Enix butchered Twilight Town in KH. I don't know, like, Twilight Town is just like, it was just made tiny, whereas like Jak 3's Haven City is just made worse because, well, it goes against the whole point of like an open world, and there's just nothing to do in it. Just reuse the Jak 2 map and swap out downtown with the palace ruins. I don't know, I've just always loved Haven's inclusion and wish it was utilized more, not less. No, because for me, like think about it. Each Jak game has like its own take on open world gameplay. Jak 1 was like, you know, village hub areas that connect to distinct levels without loading. It's still like, you know, it's still like level by level progression sort of, but like it's very open-ended. And it's all connected in a load-free open world. That was Jak 1. Jak 2 is a sandbox-style, GTA-style open world, you know. You get to, like, just fuck around, go places, do a lot of shit. Jak 3's approach to open world is just, like, have an open world in the desert. And that's three equally valid ways of open world approaches, and, like, Jak 1 and 2 just go all in on that. Jak 3 is, like, it's, like, half commits to what it wants to do because it brings back Haven. And, like, just dumbs it down, you know. So I want the desert to be the focus. Ideally, like, it'd be the only place you go. Like, the desert is like the game, but like, you know, the plot threads of Jak 2 like still linger in Jak 3. So we do need to come back to Haven City to resolve that. Which, you know, is fine. I'm fine with that. But that's why we want to keep Haven City until Act 3. And I think like the return to Haven in Act 3 will be fucking sick, you know. I think it'll be really cool and really dope. And the city will be very stripped back, and all the missions we do there are like fucking like non-stop fucking action, you know? It's like go go go, like it's go time, you know? Instead of like these meandering fucking mini game missions and fucking in a fucking lamer version of the city, you know? Like Jak 2's Haven City didn't have much to do in it either. Correct, partially, but that's why we're fixing it with our Jak 2 mod that we're also doing. Like we're doing like mods for all 3 games. Like 1 is just like a whole new hub with like 4 new levels. 2 is more of like going into the base game and like tweaking it and making small additions and things to make it like a more whole polished experience. Like we're gonna be adding like some sort of like underground safe houses with like cooler side missions than just go collect orb. And some small tweaks to like the plot here and there that just need it. Like the shitty love triangle side plot, we want to like tweak that, make it actually like good, I guess. Like Jak 2's mod, I guess, is going to be, I think, the least substantial out of the 3, because Jak 2 is just like, it's not only is it like it's just harder to add content on top of it like Jak 1. Jak 1 is very easy to just be like, okay, post game, have some new levels. That kind of works. Jak 2 is harder to do that for, harder to like do post game material. So I think just like tweaking the base game and making it a better experience is the way to go. And we've got some cool ideas for it. It's just a bit harder to do. Whereas with Jak 3, it's just like, you know, we're making a new game essentially. Jak 3 also has problems with trying to balance too many things, which we're already trying to remedy. Yeah, it's like, the reason I didn't want to just like take Jak 3 and make it better, like fix the issues, is because like Jak 3 is like riddled with issues. It's rotten to the core. So it's hard to just like do this version of Jak 3 but make it not shit, because it's like, it's so, like, I honestly think the way we're doing it is like going to be easier than just like trying to fix it, you know? Oh, Deity, you're gone? Okay. Have a good night, man. It was good to see you. We'll talk more soon. Remake when? Go. This is gonna take a long ass time. There's not even any real mod tools for Open Gold just yet. Like, they're still working on Jak 2's decomp, and then they got to do Jak 3. They did kind of hope that like they wouldn't have to make the mod tools, other people would just come in and do it. Doesn't seem like that's happening though. So look, if any of you guys have like programming knowledge or anything like that, help out the Open Gold team by like making some mod tools. Like, they need stuff for like ripping character models and meshes and level files and shit like that. Like, so you can export them to like other programs like Blender and shit like that. That stuff goes a long way, because like, well, now we can like rip stuff from the game and we can put stuff in it now as well. So, you know. Would it be possible to get all the levels to load at once instead of representing far off locations with low poly models? With enough engine modifications, like, probably. Like, nothing's impossible, but like, the way the engine's set up, no, that's not really possible. Though with less minigame type gameplay, I think it's possible to make it all work, though of course we're not doing that. I mean, we're removing a lot of the minigame type stuff. Yeah. As in, we're not trying to balance all the stuff Jak 3 tried to do. Yeah, like, we have like a billion fucking weapons in this game, and none of them are balanced, so we're just going back to the base 4. Like, we might do some additions when it comes to the guns. We haven't, like, this, like, talks of, like, full remake is more recent. Like, we had, like, ideas of, like, hey, we gotta fix Jak 3. But, like, this approach, we only really decided upon it in the last, like, maybe week or two. We haven't really talked much about gameplay. It's mainly been story stuff, because that's got to frame everything, you know? If modding tools require any kind of knowledge on Go, then they're probably out of luck. Look, I could be totally wrong. I don't think Goal is required for these sorts of modding tools, like extracting files and shit. Like, you know, it might. I'm not 100% sure. But, you know, if you're going to help with the Open Goal project anyway, you probably need to learn Goal, because that's what you're decompiling, right? Alright. Sorry the stream's lagging again.
The naughty outside. Honey, I'm home.
Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
Corn, what are you doing to my place?
I needed a southern HQ for the war. Plus, I kind of like the sign with the Powercell outside.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
We use it for target practice.
Hey!
I'm sorry we couldn't stop Count Viger. We all are.
We just saw Viger. He's trying to use precursor technology for something.
Figures. That guy always was one monk short of a choir. We have bigger problems now. Viger sent me on a suicide attack into the port, and we got cut off. Now we can't get back to Freedom HQ. Our forces are divided, and the KG and Metalhead fronts are squeezing us from both sides.
Never fear, the Trouble Twins are here.
Uh-oh. Speaking of trouble, we've got incoming blast bots from the KG City section. They're heading this way. Can you handle it, Jack?
Okay, so we got a little fear. But Jack is here.
Woo! Stadium Ruins is my favorite level in Jack 3. If you're going to do like one Haven City mission, I'd vote for that one. Well, we're doing like a number of Haven City missions. We probably are going to keep Stadium Ruins. We're going to change it. Like, I think the enemy placement and encounters is just fucking dog shit there, but... I was playing through that level earlier today, just like messing around. And, it's a good level. Like, it's really cool. So... Like, there are a number of levels in this game I do want to keep. Like I don't want to just throw everything out. Like, some reshuffling stuff would be nice as well. Like, we'll probably end up doing that. Fuck. Internet issue? I just assume the answer is yes, because it usually is. Man, these guys are pathetic! Why are you dying so easily? Oh my god. Ugh. These guys were a fucking threat in Jack 2.
Great shooting, Jack. It's nice to have you back.
I didn't fire my gun once, Torn.
Let's talk about how we're gonna get our butts out of this mess.
Would you actually have it in Jack 3 remake so you're able to go to Mountain Temple again? That would be great, because I hated how it was just cut off. There's no real reason to, so I don't think so, no.
Ashlyn, this is Dorn. Jack's back in the city.
Jack? I knew I could count on you.
That new KG leader's probably pissing in his... Wait, someone's jamming the signal. I think... Errol.
I love how Errol just like interrupts their call, like, "Hey, motherfuckers, I gotta let you know I'm alive so I can make fun of you, haha."
I live! Still fighting for the weak link, Jack.
For the weak link. What do you mean by that? Oh, humans, I think.
Well, I've had a few enhancements since we last met. Even the metalheads have their biological weakness. But me, I'm pure metal. I'd love to meet you again.
See, it's like I like Errol's characterization of this obsessive fucking like rival character, you know, and I wish we could have done something with him, but it's just too hard. It's too fucking messy and too stupid. The thing that doesn't make sense at all is the forest nothing like in Jack 2, because actually I didn't notice this for years. Like, I thought the same thing. It's like, why is the forest all different? But you don't actually go to the forest from the same spot in Haven City. It's a different forest. It's South Haven Forest. You know how you've got the two grassy areas in Jack 2 that you get to from like the bazaar and stuff? Yeah, well, one of them is the one... So the one that connects from the bazaar to the richer part of Haven City, where the Ratchet and Clank poster is, like, that's where the airlock is for the forest in Jack 2. The airlock for the forest in Jack 3 is in the other one, where you race through there with Errol during the city race, and that's where the Yak Owls are. It's a completely different spot. Very confusing, I know.
Forces all the way through. You've got to reach us, Jack.
We need you to break through and link up with us before it's too late. The KG robots are growing stronger. That floating war factory of theirs is spitting out more robots every day.
We need to assault the KG front. If we can break through their defenses, we may be able to get back to HQ and link up. Care to make some noise, Jack?
We're always up for a little rumble. Hey, Dax?
Fish in a barrel, baby. Fish in a barrel.
You know, it does kind of suck. I do kind of like this vibe of like, hey, we're back and it's like it's wartime. We're just fucking shit up, you know? Like we got these two factions and we're just like, oh, we're just ripping shit up, you know? Let's fucking go. I kind of like that. It's just in the broader context of everything and the plot and the fucking just everything. It doesn't work. Let's talk about GTA for a second because Jak 2 is inspired by GTA 3, but improved on both gameplay and checkpoints. But San Andreas came out after Jak 2 and in the same year as Jak 3, after Vice City, had no excuse to not have checkpoints. I haven't actually really played the Grand Theft Auto games. I don't know about their checkpoints. I just know like they're very different games to Jak, you know. Just playing San Andreas right now, hot off the heels of a Jak trilogy playthrough. I can't see how people say GTA is better. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I do need to play them for research. Thanks, Tom.
Out of the way, Roadhog!
You got it, Daxter. Let's fly it, buddy. The missile's almost fully armed. Keep going. One more eco charge to find.
Oh, these are eco charges, are they? Oh. Also, is the game too loud for you guys? I can't tell. It's a bit loud on my end. I'll just turn that down. How did Daxter not die from that? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's funny. It's funny. Still doing the terraformer. Like, how much of it we'll be keeping at all? I want to keep the terraformer idea. Its implementation is probably going to be completely redone. Because I have like way grander ideas. Look, I'm more than willing to work on Jak 3 for like a decade. It's got to be perfect. Well, no, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna be cool, okay? The Boggy Swamp video, now that's got to be perfect, which is why I'll never release it. Sorry.
Some KG defenses we need eliminated. Super range sniper cannons are keeping our men pinned down. Jack, you need to find those hidden cannons and take them out. There's sure to be an enemy counterattack when they see what you're up to, so watch out. You know the routine.
Yeah, we do all the work. You get all the credit.
Man, you see how I've got like nothing to say about these cutscenes? It's all just, hey Jack, go do this thing. There's no plot advancement. There's no nothing. And like the missions are like really short. Like it's weird, right? Like the missions that take place in Haven or in like whatever hub world you're in are super short. But the ones that take place in a unique level, they're often really long. And I think it's because like you don't come back to them like you do in Jak 2. Like, you come back to the same sewer level 3 times, and it's different each time, because you go to different places in the level. Same with the pumping station and Dead Town and everything. Like, they're different every time. And that's a really, really cool way of doing levels, right? In Jak 3, it's not like that. There's just like, you go to a level once, and that's it. But the one time you go there, it's a really long level. I love this enemy counterattack that he's talking about. Just a couple of spider bots. Whatever. This camera angle's dope though. It's like, oh, it's so cinematic. So cool. Yeah, the chat does censor swearing, sorry. Oh yeah, Monk Temple does have like new spots to go to, that's true, yeah. I think that's like the only level in the game that does that though. Like, you go to the sewers 3 times, but they're new levels each time, they just happen to like connect. Actually, no, one of them just doesn't connect at all. You can still say fuck YouTube though. Yeah, you can. Ugh. YouTube is very picky about what it does and doesn't censor. I gotta do fucking gun course. Blah. Okay, wait, real talk, guys. Are we keeping the whole fucking Tess thing? Like, I don't want to, like, cut her from the plot or anything, but, like, the Tess and Daxter thing, are we still doing it? Maybe we should, just for the lols, you know? Don't want the game to be too grim. You need to give Daxter at least 1 W, you know?
The merchandise. How's biz? I'm designing new guns to help out the war effort.
You can see where the animation budget went for this cutscene.
You make guns now?
Yeah, I just finished this new gun. It sports a multi-port, large-bore gyro burst launcher with blowback breach assist, using full jacket, eco-depleted armor-piercing slugs, and a continuous kill zone scanner for tight groupings at a high cycle rate of fire. It's a hobby. Not so
True Martian.
Check my little schnookums in the new gun course.
Oh, what was that, Tess? I'm being tested on my marksmanship. It's okay, I got this. Pig Jack getting play right here. Well, some would have you believe it. I am running out of ammo though. Alright, that's all I need. I did say Jack 3's combat is broken. Yep.
Not bad shooting, Jack, for a guy.
Zeke makes whole video about why spin blast shoot fire is not dominant strategy. Also Zeke. That was for Jack 2. You'll notice, if you watch the video through the whole way, I make a flippant joke at the very end of the video about Jack 3 being broken.
Now, I want you to protect my little baby with this, or else I'll hunt you down and hurt you real bad. Okay?
Wow! I didn't know you had so much.
I wonder if the devs knew the beam reflexor was completely overpowered. I don't think they cared. I'll be back in 1 sec.
I miss the old Baron. Never thought we'd see you again.
Hello. Alright, back to the grind.
We need more men.
Jack, I need you to go into the sewers, into the Metalhead City section. We need to attack their hive from below, and the sewers are the only way in right now. We haven't been in those old passageways since the war broke out, but no scouts have reported movement down there.
Torn contradicts himself in this very cutscene. We haven't been there since the war broke out, but no scouts have reported movement down there.
That's a good thing, right?
I mean, no scouts have ever come back alive to tell us.
So you have gone down there since the war broke out. It's just they haven't come back alive.
Ow! Still giving us the crappy missions, huh?
Dark, dirty, dangerous. I'm beginning to like this war.
Again, I like Jack is a little badass, you know, like, oh, let's go fuck it up. I like that. It's just, you know. That's Jack 3.
The city's lost.
Did Naughty Dog crunch it this time like Insomniac? Naughty Dog were like infamous in the gaming industry for their crunch. So yes they did. I don't know if like explicit specific stories about crunch time and Naughty Dog during these days have been released like they have for Insomniac, but yeah, Naughty Dog was pretty bad. No, the guns shouldn't be more busted. This isn't Ratchet and Clank. Even in Ratchet and Clank, there's balance. Jack 2's combat is just so, like, tailored and, like, good and balanced and like, has, like, depth, and it's just real nice. And Jack 3 is just brr. Again, like I just got a new weapon, and this isn't like appropriate combat encounters to be using it. There's no groups. I also love how I can barely see this smoke, or whatever it is. This stinky sewer gas. More flying enemies! Whoa! These guys are the worst in the game. Jack, combat is about using your guns and movement simultaneously, not about spamming or holding one button. Yeah, exactly. Like the guns are like an extension of Jack's moveset, you know? I do really like these little hidden spots in the levels. I think that's fucking sick. I really like that. Yeah. Oh god. Just sucks that precursor robs are like not that great in this game. Like you can buy weapon upgrades and shit, but it's like, do you fucking need them? Like the secrets are nice. I'd hear that cut enemy. I mean, I don't really have a use for the sewers, so probably not even going to include these levels. Plus, that enemy was cut for a reason. It wasn't very fun to fight. Like, it was unfinished, but... yeah. I just love feeling OP. I made fun of you for doing the spin strat in the gun course, but in reality, filling up the hole with trillions of labors can bring happy chemical. I mean, yeah, sure, but it's like, you know, what is the gameplay then? It's just hold a button and then you win. Like, where's the challenge? Like, what's the point, you know? It sucks knowing if they were given the time, so many games could have been so much more. The thing with Jak 3 though is like, I don't think they really cared to make it anything more. Look, this might be me reading into things a bit too much, but like Jason and Andy, like I think they announced they were leaving Naughty Dog after Jak 1. And the rest of the time they were there was like them passing over like handing over the reins sort of thing to like Evan Wells, and preparing him to run the company. And Jak 2 was like so much of like Jason Rubin's like his thing, right? Like you could tell like in the marketing and everything, like he was like, fucking, this is gonna be like the next evolution of video games, you know? Like this is gonna be it. Like this is like our most ambitious project, and this is the project I'm most proud of. And then Jak 2 didn't do like it did well, like it did really good, but like it didn't set the world on fire or anything. It didn't like do, like Ratchet was like beating Jak, you know? So I feel with Jak 3, the studio was just like, well, I think Jason was just like, well, okay, well, put my everything into this like last project, like into Jak 2. Didn't work out exactly like we'd planned. Alright, well, you know, we can squeeze out one more game in this console generation. Let's just get it out before the next holiday season sort of thing. Jak 3 felt more like an obligation than like a genuine desire to create something, you know? Like Jak 2 felt like it wanted to be made. So even if the team was given more time for Jak 3, I do obviously think it would have been a better game. I think it would have felt less rushed. Like Act 3 wouldn't be like, you know, 6 missions. I think the story wouldn't have been so messy. I think a lot of things would have been different, but I don't think the core design would have been terribly different. Like, I still think we would have had a fuck ton of overpowered enemies and not fun to fight enemies. I mean, overpowered weapons, sorry, and not fun to fight enemies. because like they wanted to address the difficulty curve of Jak 2. Like they wanted it to be less hard, but they went about it in all the wrong ways. And I'm not sure, given more, I don't think time constraints was the problem there. I mean, like, you know, given more time, they could have like made a more balanced game and actually like fine-tuned the difficulty. Sure, but the way they went about it in this game is just, it was really lazy. And maybe that is indicative of time, but I think it's more indicative of attitude. It was just like, you know, we can just make this game. It doesn't. Sorry, I should have been listening to Ashlyn there. What? Dark Eco weapons? Okay. Yeah. I've noticed that third games tend to feel like that. Like by the second, devs already squeezed out most of what they could. See, I think Jak 3 is a bit different. Like, I think Jak 3 was like, going for now, I'll be later, bye. Alright, no worries. Have a good one. I think Jak 3 is like that situation I laid out. Whereas a lot of other third games, I think it is just like, we're getting kind of, you know, bored with making this sort of gameplay style. Let's like kind of stretch our legs a bit, sort of thing. Experiment with what this, you know, what we can do in this sort of game. I think that's, at least for like Crash and Spyro 3, where they just add a bunch of new stuff. I think that was the attitude. At least that's the vibe I get. I think it's less of like, because, yeah, I don't know. But again, like this like issue of like the third being like the most flawed is like a unique, for me, I can't think of any other examples outside of like all these PlayStation platformer games, you know? Was Ratchet & Clank Ouya victim this? See, no, this thing I'm speaking about specifically with Jak, I think is specific to Jak, because all these other franchises like Ratchet did really fucking well. Like, I don't think the creators were like, you know, kind of disappointed that the last game didn't do so well, so just like was kind of complacent with the third one. I think with every other game, it's just like, let's just pump out another one. Come on, let's ride this fucking this success train, you know? Like, it was very clear, like, Naughty Dog was, like, itching to move on. At this point, like past Jak, like, 3 was just like, you know, alright, we'll round out the trilogy, you know, we'll give it one more game, and then Jak X was like the, you know, I guess we can, like, make a game in 10 months, while, you know, half the team, like, we'll use half the team to make one more, like, send-off game in 10 months, like a spin-off, and then the other half of the team can work on this new console for this new IP that we're actually excited about, you know? Like, Jak had very, very clearly, like, run its course in Naughty Dog. They were ready to move on. And you can kind of feel it in this game. Why does this happen so often? Why isn't he transforming? This happens more often than you think.
Jack, my boy, Samos here. While you're near the entrance to South Haven Forest, could you please go check out reports of a dark eco infestation?
Jak X kicks ass though. Yeah, it does. I'm not dissing Jak X. It's just, it's very clear that it was like a... Oh, fuck, I gotta listen to... This also fucking happens in this game, where once you get to Act 2, half the story is just dropped through fucking communicator dialogue. There's no cutscenes.
You must destroy them before they spread. There are some ancient precursor pillars in the forest that may have a link to the catacombs. But if the metalheads overrun the place, We'll never know for sure. Make me proud.
What did he say? It seems someone is still experimenting with Dark Eco. What does that mean? I can't... That's what he said, right? Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Jack, you can kill those plants with your jet board.
Ah, who is this?
Green eco energy and then lay it down over the plants.
I love how Kira's introduction in this game, like, her first line of dialogue is over a fucking communicator. And it's a new voice actor, so it's like, ah, who is this? I sometimes wonder if the development of Jak 3 led Ruben and Gavin to quit, considering Ruben's speech about publishers hindering developers more often. No, their decision to leave Naughty Dog... Look, the timeline of events is a bit sketchy in my mind, but I'm fairly certain it was after the first game they decided to leave. It's just they continued to be part of Naughty Dog up until the release of Jak 3 to make sure that the studio didn't fucking collapse with them leaving. So like they spent that time preparing Evan Wells to take over the company. Evan Wells directed Jak 2, and then during the development of Jak 3, Andy and Jason were very much hands off. Evan was like the de facto leader for Jak 3, like the leader of Naughty Dog, while Amy Hennig came on board to direct the game. And also fun fact, it's like Amy Hennig came into Naughty Dog, during the development of Jak 3 as the director of the game. And she didn't get enough time to like play through Jak 2 all the way. Like she said in an interview she got like halfway through the game or whatever, and she's like, all right, that's enough of context for me to know like how to lead this project, sort of thing. Which fair enough. Like, I don't expect you to have encyclopedic knowledge of the series to be able to direct the game, but it's also like, it's just so indicative of how fucking time crunched they were, how pressed for time they were with Jak 3. It's like, well, fuck, alright, we don't have time to play through Jak 2. Got to fucking get to work, like, Jesus. Fuck's sake. Cool.
Great work, Jack. Those precursor pillars are some of the oldest artifacts we've ever found.
Okay. I'm just gonna quote this, so same. Okay, we should be back, and it's still awful, so that didn't help. Hold on, let me tweak a setting that I changed earlier that didn't seem to do anything. Let's go max performance. Wait, what? Hello? Okay, a bunch of videos skipped. I just tried... I just like unplugged my Ethernet to go onto Wi-Fi and like reset my stream thing in an attempt to make things good. So did it just fucking like skip a bunch of my video? Let me just check. Huh, weird. It just straight up. That's really weird. My stream's still fucking dead. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to... I'm sorry, everyone. This fucking sucks. Looks like a change I made it worse. Alright, I'm plugging in the internet again. Fuck me. Where'd it go? Where's the cord? Where'd it go? There it is. It's not even fucking real Ethernet. It's into a fucking Wi-Fi booster, which doesn't do shit. All that really happened between now and when it skipped was I wrote down the quote Samo said about the tower thing. He said that Ma wrote about some ruins to the west that with 5 special artifacts revealed wondrous truths. And I pretty much just said like, man, it'd be nice if we fucking were told that in a cutscene instead of just over a communicator, you know? It's like, Jesus. And also, these guys, like the invisible metalheads, the cool ass camo dudes in Jack 2, they're in some dope ass missions. They're in this mission, and this mission alone in this game, used as just that, like just fucking environmental nothing, you know? Like they're just in the background. You don't even fight them. What's the point? What a waste. If it's time to call it, I can probably catch up the messages in project channel. Or I can just do that now. You can do it whenever you want. I'm still going. Oh my god. I'll be back. Let me try and fix this shit. Okay, I am back. Oh, now I'm cold. Give me a sec. Okay. Okay, I plugged in the proper Ethernet. I plugged my computer directly into my router. Still seems like it's shit. Great. But, oh, maybe not. I was gonna say, it's hovering in like the 1500 range instead of like the 200. Then it dropped to like 700. I'm like, fuck's sake, whatever. Look, it's gonna... I fucking want to die.
I'll set the charges. You watch my ass.
It's like, what else am I meant to do, you know? Like, I've done all I can feasibly do.
Let's get out of here.
This part of the mission is ass. It's ass. I fucking... Like, what else are you meant to do? Like, these flying fuckers snipe you from, like, everywhere. Like, just... Ugh. See, I can't even see you. I hate this mission. I hate this game. Hate my computer, hate my internet, hate my fucking life. Ugh. Oh, I gotta fucking look where I'm going. Oh.
Lay down fire while I give a little present.
Stupid ass mission.
Sweet eco, Jack, you did it. You've got us deeper into KG territory.
Nice work, Jackie boy. I'm gonna go see what I can scrounge up. See you on the flip side.
Cool, needle laser.
Ashlyn here. Jack, we've got word of a shipment of eco being delivered.
And again, I get a new gun, and the next two missions are... the next three missions are either go to the wasteland and drive, go do this driving mission where you're getting chased by missiles, or go do a fucking top-down section where all your guns are chosen for you. So, like, this game is so stupid. Hey, C-Tunaful. Sorry, this stream is, like, really awful.
We're in the KG City section.
My internet is just absolutely dying. Oh yeah, it's awful. I'm really sorry. I've tried everything I know how to do, aside from redacted, I guess.
There's the vehicle. Let's go.
Fly, Jack! The missiles are following us!
Are you fucking kidding? Are you fucking... Oh. My kilobytes per second are just not leaving the 400 kilobytes per second range, like at all. It's not even jumping up to 1,000. I want to fucking die. Hold on. Okay, I'm back on Wi-Fi. The people just rocked up, so they're gonna be really loud, aren't they? Oh my god.
Faster, Dark Boy!
I don't think I've heard that before.
Head for the port!
Use the decoys to get those missiles off your tail.
Yeah! The missile's going after the decoy!
You got it. One missile down.
One more down. You are the man, Jack. Yes! One more down!
It's getting too close.
Great! One more missile bites the dust.
Drive toward the Nayatso. We'll use the bar sign as the last decoy. You can make it. Crank that sign up to full brightness.
Hang on, Dax. It's gonna be close.
My beautiful monk!
Okay, well I'm gonna fucking go. There's no fucking point. Everyone's being too loud because they don't fucking care. And my stream is dying because it's Australia. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks for coming.